4th Guards Brigade, also known as the Spiders, was a brigade of the Croatian Army which took part in the Croatian War of Independence. It was one of the best-known units in the war, and it was active until a 2008 reorganization when it was merged into the Motorized Guard Brigade. Name: the brigade was named after one of its commanders, General Andrija Matias Pauk, who was killed by Serb forces in Markonić Grad, Bosnia and Herzegovina on 9 October 1995 during Operation Southern Move, the final action of the Croatian Army in the war. The 4th Guards Brigade took his nickname for the unit soon after. Pauk means spider in Croatian. Formation: the 4th Guards Brigade was founded on 28 April 1991 as part of the formation of a Croatian National Guard at the beginning of the Croatian War of Independence. At first, the brigade was composed of young policemen who had left the police to receive military training for special purposes in Kumrovec under the command of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. A majority of them were from Livno, Tomislavgrad, Kupriz, Siroki Brijeg, Trebizat, Ljubuški, Starlac and Bugojno in Western Herzegovina and central Bosnia. They arrived in Split on 30 May 1991 and settled in Hotel Split. From Hotel Split they moved the headquarters to Hotel Resnik in Resnik. There, the brigade's 1st Battalion was founded, under the command of Hento Medogorac, whose deputy was Ivan Zelic. Within the battalion, a 1st Company was formed from the first members of the brigade, under the command of Ilko Pavlovic, while the commander of the 2nd Company was Josko Makan. Soon afterwards, they received volunteers from Castella and other places, which enabled the formation of a 3rd Company commanded by Mario Udeljak. Part of the brigade went to Imotski to form and reinforce the 3rd Battalion. Part of them went to Vrlika and Sinj to form and reinforce the 2nd Battalion, and the other part went to Metkovic and Dubrovnik to form a unit in those two towns. The 2nd Company was, formerly, without soldiers, who got an order to disband Yugoslav People's Army, form a unit and go to the first task in Krasivo near Zadar. War. The 4th Guards Brigade was one of the units which wasn't trained, so they gained the skills during the war. The slogan of the brigade was, in hoc signo vinces. The first task was to liberate Krasivo near Zadar, which they did in July 1991. Soon, the brigade was involved in defense and liberation actions from Zadar, Sinj, Drnis, Srebrenic, Vodis until the liberation of Dubrovnik and region in Operations Tiger and Vlastika. After the liberation of Dubrovnik and actions in the Southern Front, the unit was involved in Operation Maslenica, which they finished successfully. After Operation Maslenica, the brigade was involved in Operation Winter 94, Operation Leap 1, Operation Leap 2, Operation Summer 95, Operation Storm and Operation Mistral. The 4th Guards Brigade was famous because it never lost a battle or position, said Croatian Defense Minister Gojko Susak stated that the Croatian Army has 7 brigades in its composition, which are well-trained and well-armed. But only one brigade is a shock brigade, and that is 4th Guards Brigade. During the Croatian War of Independence, 193 members of this brigade were killed, and the pictures were added to the memorial site in the Sveti Krist Chapel of the Drasivac Barracks in Split. During its existence, the brigade changed the number of commanders. General Ivo Jelic, General Mirko Sundov and General Damir Kristicevic were war commanders, while peacetime commanders were Brigadier Ante Kotić Mitromanovic, Brigadier Zavorn Koasanovic, Brigadier Blas Baratin, and Brigadier Miladin Fuzu. Reorganization. Following a reorganization of the Croatian Army, the 4th Brigade was downsized to battalion size, becoming the 2nd Motorized Battalion Spiders of the Motorized Guard Brigade. The Motorized Guard Brigade is composed of several other units, the 1st Guards Brigade, the 2nd Guards Brigade and the 9th Guards Brigade, which have similarly been downsized. This was done to preserve unit histories and lineages rather than just disbanding the excess brigades. Veterans Association. War veterans of the 4th Guards Brigade founded the Association of Veterans of the 4th Guards Brigade on the 21st of June 2007. They mark various anniversaries, organize veterans meetings, professional teams for health, relief, social and other difficulties for veterans. The president of the association is Bozo Zadro. March song.